Hi, my name is Moncrieff, and I'm a collaborator on the nahpu app development team. This is an app designed for collecting specimen data in the field, and it's got some nice features that I think a lot of researchers will appreciate. So let's jump right in, and I'll give you an overview. First off, the app is highly accessible. You can download nahpu on your phone, tablet, or computer. It supports Windows, Android, Mac, so very flexible. And once you download the app, you'll get a project page like this one. As you can see, I've got several projects here. Let's go ahead and create a new one. And I'll just give it a name here. Say, and we'll go with taxon group birds. All right, so this is the project dashboard. So you can see here's the project overview. I can come in here and edit, can add more information, kind of general information, start date, end date, etc. Then here we have the taxon registry. Here I preloaded with a CSV file a bunch of species that I would expect to see in Peru. So basically the country list. And here, once we start adding specimen records, the species will show up here. I can also add species manually here with the Add Taxon button. Let's go ahead and add some personnel. So I'm just going to add someone new here. And add their affiliation. You can see I could add a photo of the person if I wanted to. For right now, the placeholder is a blue capped mannequin. And just go with that for now. One thing I'm going to go in and edit. And I'd like to add this person is a cataloger, which for the purposes of the app is someone who has a field number associated with the specimens. And the number that I put in here will be the person's next field number. You'll see why that's useful in a sec. Once we start adding specimen records, those will be summarized here, which can be handy in the field to get real-time counts on species or families. Now, I'll show you the Sites tab. Come up here to the upper right to create a site. And I'm just going to call this Camp 1. And there we have a drop down. We can select the one person that we've entered. And I'm going to go ahead and enter a little bit of locality information. And actually, I'm going to just fix that and leave it as Ucayali. And then here, just add a typical type of locality. Okay, I can add more remarks on that locality, and I can also add as many coordinates as I want that will be associated with this locality name, which is really handy. If you want, you can add one coordinate for each net that you put up, or any locality near this camp. Then we can add more habitat information here. We can also add photos associated with the locality if we want to take pictures around the camp or of the habitat. This feature of media is only possible to use directly from the app with a tablet or an iPhone. But if I took those photos and then put them on my computer, I could throw them in the app as well. It'd just be a couple extra steps. And then coming over here to events, this is basically a way to keep track of effort. So first you need to pull up the site, then you can add the date, and it doesn't allow me to do dates into the future, but if I wanted to just have one event for an entire expedition, I could just keep increasing the end date and adding event personnel, or I could do an event for every day, which would give me more fine resolution on the effort that we put in. And here I could add, how many nets were used, more information associated with that day, the weather. Could add that there. Then we have the specimen records. So I've gone ahead and created this project using the bird format, but I could also, within the same project, use a mammal format as well. I would just have to switch the settings. So back to specimens. This is the bird format for specimen record, and I'm going to go ahead and add John Doe, and this will add that field number that we assigned previously. If I want to go ahead and create a second record for John Doe, you'll see that that number automatically increases. And I can go, if there's any error, I can go to the settings and switch this number so that it's correct. You can see the species here, and because I uploaded already species names, I can go ahead and choose elegant wood creeper. The taxonomy information gets added automatically because I had that in the original spreadsheet that I uploaded. Basically, you got your typical measurements, weight, wingspan. There's some nice features, like if I add that this bird is a male, then the male gonad information pops up. If it's a female, that will switch. There's several drop downs which are helpful for just getting people to mark down data in a consistent way. Like with skull ossification, these are the intervals that we use at LSU. And fat and whatnot. So you've got your data there. Then specimen parts, so these can be tissues, stomach contents, anything that is associated with the specimen, spread wing. And I can come in here and add that. I can either scan a barcode from a tissue tube, and that would automatically get entered in here. That functionality would be available on a phone or tablet, or I can auto-generate the next tissue number if I assign that in the settings. Then here's a drop down of some different parts that I've worked with over the last year, and I'll go ahead and add pectoral muscle, and if you take multiple samples you can change that. Treatment, this is also flexible in the settings. You can put what treatments you're using and whatnot. So PMI, postmortem interval, give you a sense of the quality. So yeah, that's the specimen parts. Here I can add the site information. This is the event, and then I can pull up, if I had added a coordinate, I could pull that up here. Likewise, I can throw up media for that specimen and store it in a very convenient way. Narrative, can create that for any time and place, and just describe more details about how this expedition is going. So okay, and so on. So that's a basic overview of nahpu. I'd love to get feedback from people. We do have an email that you can send comments to or suggestions for new features at support@nahpu.app. That'll be linked in the video. or in the comments section. I do want to emphasize that there are a lot of great features in the app. It's, for instance, very hard to delete records. For instance, I can't come in here and delete unless I've deleted all records associated with that name, or if I come here and try and delete the project, I have to delete all the data first. So there's different safety features built in. Here you can see that specimen record that I created popped up in the summary. And all this data can then be exported in a CSV file here, and that could be easily used then to print specimen tags or upload into a database. Another feature that I just want to quickly show you in the settings is the flexibility for instance, specimen part types. Here I could add any specimen part that might be associated with my research project. Same thing for the treatments. So this is where I set the tissue number. There's a lot more that I could go over, but I want to keep this video relatively short. So please download the app, give it a try, and I look forward to hearing more from users.